he's so nice. We're going to see him twice here. Las Vegas Weekly film editor Josh Bell here now for round two. We got some heavy hitters here, including Jackie.
Yes.
This movie looks great.
It does look great.
Okay.
And it is great, I
Oh,
think.
wow, okay.
This is, I think, actually probably one of the best movies of the year. It's a biopic about Jackie Kennedy, played by Natalie Portman, but it's not one of these kind of birth to death, full life biopics that I think often try to cram far too much in.
Yeah.
And this really focuses on just one short period of time, right after the assassination of JFK, when Jackie was trying to keep herself together and also kind of take control of the public representation, not only of herself, but also of her husband, of his funeral. And it's really about kind of the way that she was underestimated by all the people around her and really pulled herself together and pulled the country together in a way. And I think it's a fascinating way to look at her in this sort of microcosm of her life. And Natalie Portman is really strong in this role. She does this kind of, it almost feels artificial, the accent that she does, but it's a genuine portrayal of Jackie Kennedy, and I think the way the movie is put together aesthetically, the costumes, the set design, the editing, even the score, it just really envelops you. And I think people maybe, if they're looking for something conventional, might be a little put off by this at first, but if you get on the wavelength of it, I think it's a really good movie.
All right, there it goes. Jackie, a good review there. Also, we have next, Why Him? Bryan Cranston, James Franco. This is a comedy.
Yeah.
This to me looks like something, again, where there's some good, silly previews. It could be like one of these movies you like to go, turn your mind off, and just enjoy it.
I mean, if you laughed at the preview, you will probably laugh at some of the stuff in this movie. I can't say I was one of the people who did that.
Yes.
This is from the co-writer of the Meet the Parents movies, and it's very similar to those movies.
Got it.
James Franco, this kind of boorish internet millionaire, and he is dating Bryan Cranston's daughter, and Bryan Cranston, this kind of Midwestern kind of conservative guy, and they get together at Christmas, and of course they don't get along, and crazy, wacky stuff ensues. If you like seeing characters covered in moose urine, that will be kind of what you're expecting out of this movie.
I didn't know that was a thing, but you know.
Yeah, neither did I, but
To
I
each
watched
his
this
own.
movie and I learned about it. It's a lot of vulgar humor. I think it gets kind of repetitive and not all that funny, but if you laughed at the trailer, you'll probably find a few things to laugh at in the movie.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Now from the very light to the very
Yes,
serious
very
here, right?
different, yes.
With Fences, I mean, this looks like a very serious, heavy movie.
Yes, it's an intense film. This one opens on Christmas Day,
Okay.
and it's from Denzel Washington as the director and the star, based on August Wilson's play, a Pulitzer Prize-winning play. And the entire cast of this actually was in the Broadway version in 2010. Denzel Washington and Viola Davis play an African-American working-class couple in 1950s Pittsburgh, and Denzel Washington's character, kind of this overbearing family patriarch, and I mean, I think this movie, or this story, maybe works well on stage. I haven't seen the stage version, but they haven't done very much to open it up as a film. It's very artificial, very stage-bound. The dialogue is very mannered and stilted. And to me, this movie didn't feel like it was a movie. It felt like something that would have worked for an audience, but they don't modulate their performances either. Everyone is incredibly broad and kind of playing to the back seats. So it's an interesting experiment, but I don't think it quite works as a movie, maybe as well as it works on stage.
All right, Josh Bell, as always, pulling double duty for us today. We certainly appreciate it. Big weekend for movies.
It is.
Thank
Go
you
see
so much for
something.
coming in. All right, we'll be right back, everyone.